Only 5 days after Christmas 1987, the Dressman family were all brutally murdered by one of their sons. Welcome back to another video, guys. My name's Harmon, and this is again one of the biggest family murders in Iowa history. So on December 30th, 1987, the Dressman family were all hanging out having dinner together, including the Dressman's son named Robert. Robert Dressman was 40 years old. So the father, John Dressman, he was 79. His wife Agnes was 74. Their daughter Marilyn, she was 48, and Marilyn's kids were named Jason, he was 12, Jennifer, she was 11, and Joshua, who was 8. There were 6 victims in total. Marilyn, who was the Dressman's daughter, and then her 3 kids, and then of course the elder Dressmans, Agnes and John. So the entire event on December 30th, 1987 kind of stemmed from Robert, the 40-year-old son of the Dressmans, being very unhappy and discontent that his father wasn't, at the time, I guess, willing to let him own the property that they had. It was like 1,000 acres. And it sounds like they were having disagreements about letting Robert kind of take control of it all. And I think that kind of was the main trigger which set off Robert. So even though Robert was the one who shot and killed his parents, his sister, and then her 3 kids, even though he was the one who did it all, the family, the surviving family, still wanted Robert to be buried next to, his whole family here that he shot and killed. And of course, if I didn't mention, yes, Robert committed suicide the same day. So the Dressman's daughter Marilyn, who, like I mentioned, was killed along with her 3 kids, she was widowed at the time. She married a guy named Jacob Chuang, and so of course Marilyn's last name changed from Dressman to Chuang, and so unfortunately Jacob Chuang died about 3 years prior to all the Dressmans and Marilyn being killed. So Jacob Chuang, I don't really know exactly what happened, but he died age 44. So Marilyn and the 3 children were actually visiting from Hawaii, kind of obviously for the Christmas time, Christmas season. And so they just happened to be there. But anyway, so 40-year-old Robert, he apparently had a lot of mental issues and even did some time in a psychiatric facility when he was younger. And again, he and his father were having some disagreements about if Robert should take over the farm. But if Robert did have some mental problems, I could see why his dad would be a little weary about letting him take charge of that kind of pretty important task. A different family member who did not live at the house, for some reason, was concerned about the family and called 911 and said, hey, you need to check the Dressman house to make sure that everything's fine. Police got there close to about 2 p.m. They went inside and of course found all 6 family members shot and killed, and of course Robert Dressman there shot and killed himself. I always feel bad for the whole entire family, like whoever was killed, but you really feel bad for like the children, because again, yeah, it was terrible that John and Agnes died, but you know, I'm trying to think in the most positive way. At least they lived a pretty long life, right? But the three children, they were, you know, what, 12, 11, and 8? I mean, they barely just started living their lives, and they were just innocent victims, happened to just be there. So the Dressman's house, where they were all shot and killed, all 6 members, I guess 7 members, including Robert, who killed them all, but all the members, this was the elder Dressman's home. So yeah, so that's where everything happened, December 30th, 1987. Thankfully, I was able to talk to someone at the library, and they kind of gave me a pinpoint of where it was. A lot of the articles I read didn't give an address, so I had to go around and talk to people, and thankfully they gave me an area where it is. This is on Maple Avenue. In case you're ever in the Algona, Iowa area and you want to check out where the house is, it's Maple Avenue. Maple Avenue is only like 2 houses long, so it shouldn't be that hard for you guys to find. I had to do the hard work and the research and ask a lot of the locals. But anyway, guys, if you're new around here, my name's Harmon. I go around the country filming different infamous cases, infamous people, infamous events, or crimes, or whatever. Give you guys as much history. If I have time, I will try to find the graves of the people involved in the crime, or the victims, and kind of piece it together. So if you like that kind of content and you enjoy some of my videos, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell next to it. That way you get notified every time I put a video out. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna head out. My name's Harmon, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one. See you later.